Welcome to Preecaaap UFC 317. Oh, this is a pretty stacked card, actually. 2 championship fights. I like it. One guy got cut for missing weight. What's his name? He didn't even his debut. Cut.
I'm sorry, I could barely hear you guys. I'm in a really loud stadium here. I'm at UFC 17. I'm enjoying the fan experience. And that was Chris Ewert, loser, last night, eating a bunch of hamburgers at the on the strip.
He was over by 10 pounds. So, yeah, Dana's like, he's caught. That fighter was caught. He's like a Chilean guy. But it's all right. We still got good 11 fights in here or something, right? How many? Yeah, 11 fights still left, even after the fights that fell out. I'm looking forward to breaking down this card. How did everything go last week? Real fight picks. How did everything go last week? Go ahead. You're on stage now. Here's Brad.
I got first place. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You know, it's hard work, bro. That's all it is. Hard work. I just want to thank God. And
you always got to thank God.
Yeah. And then myself, and that's it.
You didn't even get first place.
He tied for first.
Huh?
I've still never won outright. If I only pick Blades, or if I pick Fiziev, I've been good.
But
Kuniev won that fight.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
And you notice I put a quick hey, sure, Kiwi. I put a little quick PFL parlay in there because it's happening right now as we speak. So I just did this just for funsies. Alexander Romanov, Simeon Powell, and Aaron Jeffrey. Little funsy since PFL's on right now. As we're breaking this down, Dave, keep an eye on that and his big, huge TV in the background. Copyright infringement, that doesn't apply on this channel. All right, so let's get into this. The first fight on the card, as I mentioned, was canceled. It was supposed to be Jackson McVeigh and Christopher Ewert, but Ewert missed weight by 10 pounds and has subsequently been cut since that. And
that's good.
Yeah. And that was actually somebody was coming in for Cedricus Dumas in that fight. I forgot who, but Cedricus Dumas had to back out because he's got an ankle monitor on. And true story. It was supposed to be Cedricus Dumas versus Jackson McVeigh. That didn't happen. And then this guy came in, Christopher Ewert, and he came in 10 pounds heavy, so that's not happening either. So let's move on to the new first fight of the card, the curtain jerker. We got the big boys. We got Renato Denise taking on newcomer and Alvin Hines. Alvin Hines is a Minnesota fighter, I do believe. Goozy, undefeated, 7-0, big bulk of a guy. I do believe he's got a wrestling background. I'm not really that sure because I don't know this dude from nothing. LFA fighter. I'm going through his record right now. He's fought a 4-1 guy, a 2-0 guy, a 3-4 guy, a 2-1. All pretty much nobody with a name. Pretty much all cans from what I can see. And he's taking on a guy, Renato Denise, who has been in the UFC for a little bit now. I mean, he's not like a veteran per se, but he has fought, let's see, 1, 2, 3 fights in the UFC, not including his Contender Series win, which got him in. He beat Austin Lane. You guys know him as the old football player, played for the Jacksonville Jaguars at one time. Then he beat Carl Williams. Most recently, though, he lost to Marcin Tybura, Dr. Stoppage in round 2. But he still held his own in that prior to losing. That's a big test, Marcin Tybura. I think that's why I think he's going to just walk through this Alvin Hines guy. Alvin Hines, I just don't know if he's ready to step up to this level of competition. I think he should have spent a little bit more time in regional scene. But look, he's a freaking beast, though. Who knows? I don't know. I didn't check out his Instagram. No, nada, nothing. But I'm sticking with what the sensible pick would be, and that's Jonata Denise. And I think he's probably gonna finish this. This guy's undefeated, though. Alvin Hines. So I don't know. I don't know his flaws. I don't know where he's weak, where he's good. No, nada. I'm just going with Denise by veteran experience. Can somebody shed some light on this guy? Either one of you two? yeah. Real Fight Picks just got back from. He had to go see his probation officer today.
You guys, you know what, dude? You know, Dave, take this. Take. Go ahead. Break down. I'll be back.
Got this. You got this. This is yours. Come on. You can do this.
He wanted to go change his court shirt.
Let me break this one down. Let me break this one down real quick. Okay, so what do we say? Goozy. He gets his nickname. First of all, I hate this guy. Okay, this is the reason. First reason. He gets his nickname from the stupid 1949 cartoon Mr. Magoo because he's bald,
Really?
And so now his nickname is
wears
Goozy.
glasses.
And he wears glasses. And then he reminds me of this guy I grew up with in the ghetto, and who taught himself how to armbar, and he would like use it in street fights. His name was Jose. Nickname was Jose. He wrestled in high school. He wasn't training. He works for Union 49 Teamsters in Minnesota somewhere, and he got the call. He won the lottery, guys, and it sucks for Ewert. You know what I mean? Because you get your first fight, you're a nobody, and poor Jackson McKay or whatever, McVeigh, he's not going to get to fight on a pay-per-view card. What a dream come true that is, and Ewert's messing that up. And this guy Hines, though, at least he's getting to have some fun and he's going to participate, but he's not going to win.
Nope. I think Denise is going to have a lot more fun. Look at him.
Let me tell you about Goozy real quick. He's
right.
always he's one of those guys. He's like us, like me. I've always had an interest in fighting. You know what I mean? They have these local competitions, like at the bar. That's Goozy. He did one of those in 2012, and then he had like this 10-year gap or this huge gap where he didn't do anything. So he's just been a tough guy who's always been interested in fighting. He did a little wrestling in high school, he said, but he didn't start doing anything serious, which was jiu-jitsu, until 2023. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that. I mean, Denise has been in there with some guys who've been training, way longer and been doing way more and are way talented than Hines. And I really used to like him as a parlay piece because he was like 220, minus 270, minus 250. But now he ballooned all the way to minus 350. So that's what kind of sucks about this fight. But I got Denise.
Yep. And as soon as Dave fixes television or whatever.
That's fucked.
Okay. Big step down. That's the fact. I might, you still got to use them, right? And some kind of probably on DraftKings lineup. But that's about it. You could probably find I don't know the props on this, but I am going to try to play something because I feel like, I got to read on it. So, maybe under 2.5.
Dave, what do you got going on with this fight?
I don't see this guy going 3 rounds in any way, shape, or form. Alvin Hines has got whatever he's got. He made it to round 3, round 1, round 2, decision back in 2024, but I don't really care about that. Once again, he's fighting cans, guy who is 3-4, 2-1, 2-0. These are yes, he got a head kick against his last fight, which I think this is no reason why he's here. He got lucky. I do think Jonathan Denise has just got way better repertoire of opponents. Not much to say on these guys except for the walkouts and seeing how they look. I think this guy's just happy to be here. He's like a little puppy dog. Just happy.
This is golden ticket. This is a shot. And it is a fight, so there's always a chance. But the sensible brain would say take Denise.
I mean, look at the size advantage, the physicality of it. I do think Denise is going to be faster as well. I think within distance.
Look, Denise did a fight on what the hell is this? I'm looking at his Instagram. He's like in a hot air balloon. I swear to God, it's like hot air balloon fight or something. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. Yeah, that's nuts. Anyway, so we're all on the right side. Janato, Denise. What was the final odds? I think I just have it right here
On the money line,
DraftKings.
On the money lines at minus 350. By knockout, you've got them at minus 163. If you do the money line with the under, which gives you plus 120.
You have great odds. My money line is for Denise is minus 470.
Yeah.
Plus 360 for Alvin Hines. But all right.
Eats by TKO at minus 163. That one looks pretty tasty to me.
All right. The next one is we're not going to spend a lot of time on. Next fight, we have Nico Price taking on Jacoby Smith. Jacoby Smith is the biggest favorite I've seen all year. Probably will be the biggest favorite you do see all year because he's a minus 2,100 right now on DraftKings. And I think he opened up at like a minus 2,400 or something stupid like that.
Minus 25, yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous. He should just steamroll over Nico Price. I feel bad. Nico Price does have like, I don't know, 8 kids or something he's got to keep fed. And he's been around, you know. Nico Price has always been, if this was, say, 5-6 years ago, I would maybe put a scratch off on Nico Price, but his best days are way behind him. However, I don't know. He looks pretty good on the scales, the weigh-ins. He was pumped, but you can't. I mean, there's no place for a bet. Not even. I don't even want to risk a scratch off because Jacoby Smith should roll right through this. He's got, I mean, Oklahoma State wrestling, and he's got power in his punches. He's younger, faster. I don't. There's no way Nico Price. I don't see any opportunity of Nico Price winning anyway on the feet, on the ground. No, nada, not cardio. No, they're banana peel. That's the only way Nico Price can win. So no bet. Jacoby Smith is my pick. What do you think about that? Oh, there you go. So what do you think about this Nico Price, Jacoby Smith? Don't spend too much time on it. Real pick.
Okay, look, I see some opportunity to make money is what I see. I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as everybody says. I like the over 1.5. I feel like this guy right here, he's going to learn something.
Jacoby.
You know what I mean? Jacoby Smith. He's going to learn something. He's a wrestler. He's from Oklahoma State or whatever. You know what I mean? But Nico Price has been in there with the best of them. You know, he's going to have some kind of – he's going to show us. Nico Price has got, like, you know, people forget, man. So I like that over 1.5. In our Tapology League, I do have Smith by decision. And
look at Nico, though, with the top knot, pumped. Look at him. I know I'm the biggest underdog ever in history.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Even if you played Nico by decision, I wouldn't be mad. That's plus 200 and something. You know, he's got some size, man.
What is more than plus 200 is plus a lot. What is Nico Price's odds? I'll tell you right now.
He's gonna be all right.
Plus 1,100 on the money line. Plus, if you take Nico Price plus 3.5 points, you're still getting plus 650. That's all he's got to do is knock it finished and win one round. Plus 650 on plus 3.5 points.
Yeah, but I could see him losing all 3 rounds. Though,
yeah,
you know,
me too.
Pretty easy.
Jacoby Smith minus 3.5, meaning he's got to win unanimous decision or finish, is minus 1,600.
I just like the over 1.5 plus 185. I'll take it. I'll put it in a parlay somewhere.
Way. I think Nico Price might get knocked out round 1.
I better write this. I better write these ideas down because I'm gonna forget them. These are genius.
Oh, plus that is not a genius idea. That is not a genius idea.
How much is your plus 3.5 when Nico Price gets knocked out?
Negative. I'm taking it. I'm just saying he's plus money at plus 3.5, plus 650 on plus 3.5 points. Do you get the plus? Yeah, you got plus 700 on yours, plus 3.5 spread, plus 700. All he's got to do is knock it finished and win a round. But I wouldn't do it. Don't waste your money. Just if you're gonna throw a $10 bill away, just throw it my way. So yeah, let's
1.5.
We're all on Jacoby Smith. If you're not, you're not. And I like it, but you're just still nuts. Minus, what's his final odds? Minus 2,000. Ridiculous. And plus 1,000 for Nico Price. Ridiculous. All right, moving on. Next. Now this one's finally more competitive because it's going to be under, but we have Terrence McKinney taking on Slavoklas, Vyacheslav Borchev. Slavoklas, as you guys know, is the striking coach over at Alpha Male, which is a predominantly grappling facility. You know, that's right over to Real Fight Picks neck of the woods. Terrence McKinney, as you guys know, is a first round or bust guy. He's like, win or lose, it's going to happen in the first round. He's going to go out there guns a-blazing and just go with some crazy, flashy flying knee or, back fist or something. He's going to go in there all aggro for right off the get-go. But the thing is, to beat him, you just got to outlast that first round, and then it goes. I think he has like one victory, second round knockout, but everything else, yeah, and Terrence McKinney, he can be chinny too. But I think Borchev is just not. I don't know. Borchev's like the smarter, point fighter, I would say. But I think Terrence McKinney's going to come in there and blast him. I think I got Terrence McKinney not round one knockout. But if Vyacheslav Borchev can last first round, he'll probably win a decision. So I don't know. I'm a little torn, but I am gonna pick Terrence McKinney round one knockout, and I will put him in a parlay as well. What are you thinking about this fight?
I don't know if you care or not, but Romanov just suplexed the motherfucker. He's on top of him now like a wet blanket.
Sweet.
Yeah. So far, so good. So both of these guys, it's hard to get a read on these guys, to be honest with you, because they both have had like somewhat impressive victories. I don't know if you want to call like Preston Parsons a really good win or not.
Nothing to write home about, but it's okay.
He almost beat Drew Dober.
Look at Slavoklas wearing a fucking the Santa Claus hat in July. That's why I got to pay this fucking douche.
Usually you could get a read when you look at somebody's topology, like, okay, this guy's fought in Bellator and he's fought in Octagon and he's fought in, all the ones that you recognize, KSW or whatever. And you'd be like, okay, he's fought some legitimate opponents. But you look at these guys' records and like, they're so inconsistent and it's so spotty, the red and the green, it's hard to really use it to get a read. But I do like Team Alpha Male. I know Slavoklas has terrible. We could probably bring up the stats. Maybe it'll help us out with seeing how bad his takedown defense is, because you're going to want to know that.
Yeah.
But he comes from Alpha Male, and I'm sure he had plenty of bodies to work with to last a round. I mean, that's why it's hard to pick McKinney, because if you put any money on him, you got 5 minutes.
Do you remember how fast Chase Hooper got him to the ground with punching, with striking? And Chase Hooper's a BJJ dude, you know?
Good point. That's a great point. The dude got to his feet over here. This Moldavsky got to his feet, but he's been losing the entire round. And Romanov is still, but you know how Romanov gasses, dude. Are you guys watching this? Dave, I thought you were going to throw this on your TV over there.
I got to update software shit. I'm not.
Right. We're not.
That's all good. But I'm going to go with fuck, man. You just made a good point. You know what I mean? Because McKinney's going to come out guns a-blazing, but what is it? He's never been knocked out, right?
You know what? McKinney's wrestling is way better than Vyacheslav Borchev. I don't care if it's alpha male or not. Borchev sucks as a wrestler. He's not. I don't know. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm gonna go with shit. I guess I gotta go with McKinney. I don't really want to though.
You don't have to.
I don't really want to, but I know I'm going to be wrong
about
about
a Santa hat against NF or UFC hat.
No, I picked Slava, but I'm really leaning McKini right now. I picked Slava because I just can see him knocking out McKini because McKinney's been shown to have Dober knocked him out. There you go, Kiwi Brew. There you go. Fuck. I'm going to pick Slava. I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm not going to change my It's my pick in Tapology. I made all my picks, and I'm not going to change them. I'll take Slava Claus to last one round.
Look at Mark Diakase. Not even a wrestler. Mark Diakase took him down.
Moldavsky need Romanov in the balls, and Romanov it need him all the way in his balls where it went up all the way high.
I hope he gets disqualified. Hope it's a DQ.
Me too.
Anyway, back to UFC. Dave, who you got?
All right, before I even touch the stats, let me go over Slavic Claw's record here. Tom Nolan lost. Tom Nolan sucks. James Longtop was a split decision win. Could have been a fucking coin flip. He lost to Chase Hooper. Majority decision against Nazim Sadikov. His last win that I think of was Machete, and Machete really sucks. He's been and before that, I lost to Mike Davis. I lost to Mike Diakase. So Dakota Bush, okay. I'll give him that. That was in 2022.
Dakota Harry Bush.
Yeah, well,
you gotta always say the nickname when you're saying Dakota Bush.
Point being, I cannot stand the opponents that he's fought against. As far as the stats go, strike landed per minute, 5.91 versus 5.25. Advanced Terrence McKinney on this one. Strike absorbed 2.59 versus 4.77. Huge advance to Terrence on this one. On the ground game, takedown average. Terrence McKinney, 3.24 takedown average. Takedown defense is there as well. Vladislav, no takedown. No takedown against last little bit there. So you're looking at on the feet, you're going to pick Vladislav? Really? That's going to be your pick? Okay, I'm picking Terrence McKinney all day long. I don't care. I think this will go more than one round. I think Terrence McKinney is going to last. It will finish it in the second. But yeah, Terrence McKinney, I think, has got this within distance.
Sweet. So what real fight pick, what'd you settle on? You're back and forth. You don't have to join us. You can go against it.
Like the stats. You didn't like the stats. You didn't like the stats. The stats hurt. The stats.
Oh, you're on mute. I can't read your lips.
He's on mute.
Sorry about that, guys. No, I was talking, but the crowd is raucous. Okay. Well, fuck.
You don't like hearing me, do you?
You know what? I 8-5 too. This guy. 8-5. Okay, I'll go with Terrence McKinney.
All right, that a boy.
And I got to change him in the Tapology, guys.
All right, move.
Hey, Romanov's still on the ground, by the way.
What?
He's still on the ground. Still.
Oh, the PFL fight?
Yeah, he's still nuts and
Romanov is still holding his nutsack.
He's still down.
He's going to use all 5 minutes. All right. Moving on. Next, we have the only female fight on the entire card. We have Viviana Araujo taking on Tracy Cortez. Tracy Cortez is the favorite here. She comes with a record of 11-2. And Tracy Cortez has like 3 siblings that are all wrestlers, like boy wrestlers. I think she has a little brother that's he was in like Ultimate Fighter or Contender Series. He had a shot. He was in the UFC, like the pre-UFC. You know what I mean? One of those, and he was not bad. But Tracy Cortez is raised in a family with wrestlers, like all her brothers. The whole family's wrestlers, and that I think that's what she's going to use.
They waved the fight off. They waved the fight off. It's off.
That's a win then, right?
Well, let's see. They might do a no contest. We'll have to see.
It's either a no contest or disqualification. Because
what's the time on the clock?
34 seconds left in the first round.
Oh, it'll be a no contest.
Contest.
No contest. But still, that means this is still alive, though. I just need Simeon Powell, Aaron Jeffrey. I won't get that big money, but
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, whatever. The crowd, that's a lynching game. That's ice. That's, real fight things. You better shut the door and turn the lights off. They're coming.
Hey, I'm gonna go change my shirt again.
You gotta put back on the court shirt.
I'll be
all right. Anyway, look at Tracy Cortez's Instagram. But the thing is, you know what? Viviana Araujo, she's got more experience. She's fought. I think if you want to look at, if you take a deeper dive, I think she's fought the more credible resume. Some of them are losers, but still some are decent wins too. Like look at some.
Let's go over Tracy Cortez first.
Okay, there you go. Tracy Cortez first. Okay, so she's coming off a loss to Rose, now Eunice, Thug Rose. That's fine. Before that, she beat Jasmine Jasvicius. I love that. And you know, Jasmine. Melissa Gatto, love her too. Justine Kish is the one that shit her pants before in a choke. It wasn't this fight, but Justine Kish did shit her pants in the ring. You remember that?
That's great.
Nora, whatever. Stephanie Edgar, that's a good name. Vanessa Mello, Maria Agapova, that's the cokehead girl. Erin Blanchfield in Invicta. You guys know Erin Blanchfield, beast. This is a fantastic. I didn't even realize this might be the better resume. But let's look at Vivi real quick. Because okay. Vivi, let's see. She's got a win over Queen Silva. She lost to Natalia Silva. Beat Jennifer Maya. Lost to Hibas Grasso. Yeah, you know what? Just by
she beat Roxanne.
Oh, it goes. Yeah, I'm going Tracy Cortez by if you go
they took Romanov out on the stretcher. They took him out on a stretcher.
Wow, he must have popped a nut. He popped the nut. Really?
Yeah, and one of the fighters.
That means he got a hernia, instant hernia.
Oh God, that's.
You ever hear the term bust a nut? That's what just happened. Anyway, for this fight, I'm going Tracy Cortez, but this, it's kind of more of a dog or trap pass spot because I think it will go to decision. And Vivian Araujo, she might win a round. So, but even if it's a robbery, I think the robbery is going to go Tracy Cortez. I think she would probably get that. I'm not betting this at all. I'm not putting it in a parlay. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. I'm just picking it on Tapology. My pick is Tracy Cortez by decision. What do you guys got to say about this fight? Did we look at them looking at each other facing off?
Yep. I do that when your fight picks is on.
Oh, Gerald saying congrats on the win. And Real Fight Picks, you're on mute again. Mute. You're a mute.
All right, I'm trying to talk in the chat. What you know? What I'm trying to type something in the chat, and I'm just gonna say it now.
You mouth your words while you're typing.
I was trying. I can't get in the chat.
Is a mute.
Listen, guys. What I was gonna say is Tracy Cortez, Rex Holmes, not faces. So give me Viviana.
Give me Brian Ortega thing.
Give me, she's, that's my type of girl. You know what I mean? She doesn't care if you're married or not. Give me Viviana Araujo. Okay. That win against Karine Silva, very impressive. Karine Silva, I can't recall who she's fought, but I know she's beat a couple decent people, and she's super well-rounded. She might even be better than Tracy Cortez. Tracy Cortez, meat and potatoes, very strong wrestling, but the wrestling is not going to work. So I don't think she has the striking. I think Araujo, if she doesn't gas, because Araujo from the little bit, it's tough to remember all her fights.
Freeze frame right there.
She might be a gasser, but she really did good her last fight. She's coming off a win. Cortez coming off a loss. Okay, and I think Cortez had to pull out of a fight. And look, she looks great, but maybe I was thinking that she looks really good, but is that grappling? Is that from sparring? Is that really good from
I don't
going
know.
heavy?
Bust a nut with Tracy Cortez. I tell you that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if that's busting up. I thought it came from something else. I thought it came from.
I was talking about Romanov busted his nut in that fight, right? Carried away in a stretcher.
Poor guy.
I was trying to make a play on words, but then Kiwi's like,
Victor Henry.
That's not how we say it down under.
Yeah. This is easy, man. Araujo is going to be in a parlay of mine.
You're crazy. Putting a woman's fight in a parlay. Okay, though.
On the money line. Araujo, baby.
All right, Dave, what do you got? Who you got?
I got Cortez here, easy. What I really want to see is I kind of want to see like either of these girls fight 3 ring girls instead. I see 3 on
almost naked.
3-on-1 versus either of these girls. Anyways, girl fight. I lost my ass last week on all my girl fight bets. I've learned to do better. That will not.
I won that Sagulia. I love her. She's my new fave.
Anyways, point. I'm not
against Russian Ronda. That was a lock too. She was like 10 years younger, prettier. It's all right. It's in the past.
Yeah. Point being, I picked Cortez by decision. I really don't care.
Hey, can I stop it for a second? Hey, first round TKO for Romanov. Let's go.
Is that what happened?
Go. Yes.
How'd that happen? You said he busted his nuts, carried on stretcher. Were you fake newsing me?
Hey, the judges have decided to give Romanov the win.
Not TKO though, DQ. He won by DQ. Yeah, nothing on the betting line. Doesn't you're right. Nothing. You're nothing. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, leg 1. Hang on a second.
Really? Powell, Aaron Jeffrey. Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Win this. Let's go. All right. Anyway, all that excitement for PFL, Professional Fight League. All right. What were the final odds for this Vivian Araujo and Araujo and what we got? All right. I got Tracy Cortez minus 230 and Araujo plus 190. All right, let's move on. Because this next we have fight of the night potentially. I think potentially fight of the night. We got undefeated Hyder Amil taking on 9-1 Jose Delgado. Now this I've been back and forth all week, but I have settled. And I settled. I don't even know who the underdog is right now because that also went back and forth a couple times during the week too. Let's see what Tapology says. I think as of lately, Jose Delgado is the favorite. And Tapology says slight favorite for Jose Delgado. DraftKings says slight favorite for Jose Delgado. He's minus 142 on DraftKings. Hyder Amil comes back at plus 120. So I think I'm going with the underdog in Hyder Amil. I mean, no, I'm not throwing any type of shade on Jose Delgado. I think he's really good. That's why I said this fight, I've been back and forth, but I think Hyder Amil might have more of the, like, he's gone. I think he's like Delgado's, most of his wins are short, right? Let me see. We got to open these up, Dave. Let's take a look at.
I agree with you, and so do I. Which one you want? Amil or Delgado?
Favorite. We look at the favorite first. Trading out of MMA Lab. That's where Sugar Sean Mosley, that's where Sean O'Malley works out or trains at. So he knows how to strike. If you look at his resume here, Connor Matthews is his best win, and that was his only UFC fight.
Connor Matthews. By the way, Connor Matthews is now 7-4, having lost his last 3 fights.
Yeah, he's not even that good.
No,
that I'm saying that's still. Look at he lost in United Fight League in 2023 to a Chris McKate, and this guy 11-2 now. This guy's not bad, Chris McKate. Bring him to the UFC. Oh, he's 32. That's why they won't. A little old. But anyway, Jose Delgado. Yeah, I still maybe that Contender Series guy, Ernie Juarez. What's he now? 9-2, young Titan. No, I think Connor Matthews is probably the best win he's got, and Connor Matthews is not that good. So let's take a look at Hyder Amil, Hurricane Hyder Amil. Is it Amil, whatever. He's got a great win over William Gomez. William Gomez is that French kick fighter, like technical kickboxer, really on point strikes. Yeah, he's good. I think he's actually underrated good. He's got Hyder Amil had a performance of the night against Jong Yong Lee, Korean. That's the Tiger. I lost money on that fight because I was biased. And he has a standing TKO against Fernie Garcia. That was his UFC debut. And before that, his Contender Series. And even before that, Chase Gibson, 11-5 guy, LFA. And he's not, see, these guys aren't all cans. A couple of them, yeah. Well, before Chase Gibson, they are. But I'm just saying he's got a better resume. He's beaten some great fighters, undefeated. I don't know why this guy is the underdog. So I'm taking the plus money on Hyder Amil. I take him even at minus. I take my favorite money too. I take him minus 130. I'll still put Hyder Amil in a parlay. Yeah, I like Hyder Amil here at plus money. I can't not take it. What is your take on this fight? Real fight picks.
All right, so Hyder Amil has impressed me. 11-0. He's 35 years old. But shout out to Gilbert Melendez. Gilbert Melendez was the first main event. No, he was first UFC fighter I ever seen fight in person. Amazing fighter, well-rounded. So Hyder Amil, comes from a good camp. I'd say they're probably underrated. Jose Delgado, this is going to be his strongest test to date. Hyder Amil has the strength of schedule. So if you want to cancel out the age for the strength of schedule, let's go ahead and do that. So now we're just here. And so naturally, I'm going to take the underdog. I'm going to take the plus money if we're just here. You know what I'm saying? If we're just here, and Hyder Amil, he's a tough guy. I'd imagine that Gerald Lynch is going to be going for Hyder Amil since he represents the Philippines, like as you can see with the flag.
Does he?
Yeah, he's from the Philippines. He grew up part of his life there. So he grew up really tough, and he looks like really good for his age. Hyder Amil does. He looks even better as far as physique goes than Delgado. So, they're both kind of – this is a great fight to see who's the real deal. But Hyder Amil's already proven himself.
Look at that. He's got a whole book on his bicep. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like a paragraph written.
Yeah. So, but this other guy, I looked at his record. I didn't watch any tape, surprisingly, you guys. But he has Darce chokes. He has left hooks, different ways of winning. So Delgado is dangerous. But I'm just going to take the plus money right here every time when I see a guy who's 9-1 versus a guy who's never lost, who's had more fights in the UFC, who is from a really good camp. You guys follow what I'm saying. So let's just go with the plus money, Hyder Amil.
I was looking at Hyder Amil's Instagram. You know who he's training with 1 day ago? Chawiwi.
There you go. Because he's got grappling.
1 day ago. He's in a picture right here. It's all covered sweat at the UFC PI with Chawiwi. That, yeah.
That's cool.
Araujo Rosas. Anyway, Dave, who you got?
Okay, let's start off with Delgado. Delgado, his big thing. Let's put it up right here. 100% on his TK or on his KOs. So he's gonna be looking to knock him out. I just don't see that happening in any way, shape, or form. I don't see Amir being knocked out. Delgado, I get it. He's got that split decision wins. Sorry, wrong fight. Wrong fighter. So knockout, choke. Do you think Hyder Emil is going to get knocked out? I don't think Hyder Emil is going to get knocked out. I don't think he's going to get choked out. I think he's got better wrestling. He's got a better ground game in all stands. If I look at the stats real quick, let me bring them up. Apologies for not having things loaded up. All right. Hyder Emil, strike line per minute, 6.84 versus 6.50. Both of these guys, high volume. Strike absorbed, 4.0 versus 3.52. With the difference in ratio of the strike landed, I'm going to call it on the feet a wash. On the ground, Delgado 4.80, but we've seen his repertoire of people he's been fighting. Same thing with these stats here. The repertoire of his fighters, Matthews and Juarez, not a great repertoire to be pulling these stats off of. Lots more for Emil as far as I'm concerned. I don't see why this guy is a dog. He is ranked higher. He is the better fighter. He is, what's he ranked right now? Number 26 featherweight worldwide compared to the number 68 featherweight worldwide. I get it. We've got a lot of he's undefeated. You think this guy's going to give him his first fucking loss? No fucking way in hell. I'm sorry. All money in on Emil. I do think this is going to go more than one round, which means Delgado, or 1 round or 2 rounds, which means Delgado is going to be gassed. Emil's going to be able to fucking dominate him. I do think Emil's going to be is going to be faster as well. Not going to have the distance that Delgado has, but I do think he's going to be able to keep up on the feet. I see Emil outlasting him, dominating him, and honestly just being up against the cage. I like this plus money all day.
Sweet.
I don't have a decision.
I will add that Jose Delgado, I'm looking at his Instagram right now. 4 days ago, he's been training with Benson Henderson. Full like MMA lab, full camp with Benson Henderson. That's a pretty good training partner as well. Just throwing that out there. So, are we all on Hyder or Real Fight Picks? What did he say? Did he wrestle?
Hyder Emil, baby. Hyder Emil.
Okay, we're all on Hyder at plus money. That might make our parlay. All right. Moving on. Next we have going up the card. We have the feature fight of the prelims. We have Jack Hermanson taking on RoboCop Gregory Rodriguez, Violent Obama, whatever you want to call him. Jack Hermanson, man, it's been like a year, but he's coming off that great fraud check win over what's his name there? What's it, homeboy? You know, I won money on it. I don't have it up. Let's see.
Roman David saying he lost to.
All right, not Joe Pyfer. That went over Joe Pyfer. Fraud check Joe Pyfer, and but the thing was that was a 5-round fight. This is not. And Joe Pyfer, if it was a 3-round fight, he probably would have won because he did win the first. He won the first 2 rounds of that fight against Hermanson, and Hermanson turned it around round 3 and ended up winning out rounds 4 and 5, and that's why he got the unanimous decision over Joe Pyfer. But he did come. If it was a 3-round fight, like I said, Joe Pyfer would have won. Thankfully, those championship rounds helped him out. Now he's taking on Gregory Rodriguez, who has been through. I'm pretty sure he's been 5 rounds. I can't confirm it, but I'm almost certain he's. And I think Gregory Rodriguez is steps ahead of Joe Pyfer in his striking and on the ground. Jack Hermanson has great wrestling, but it's not Brazilian jiu-jitsu wrestling. And Gregory Rodriguez is a black belt. I haven't seen him use it since he has used it before. I can't remember exactly where, but yeah, I'm on the side of RoboCop. Gregory Rodriguez here. He just got. I like Jack Hermanson. Don't get me wrong, but I think right now at this stage of their careers, Gregory Rodriguez still has more left in him, and plus he's been more active. Jack Hermanson's last fight was when it was
2024.
Oh, was it? It was only a year ago, but still, it was a full year ago, right? Whereas February of 24. So over a year ago. And Gregory Rodriguez, when his last fight was against Jared Cannonier, and that was February 20 this year, 25, and that was fight of the night. Even though he got knocked out in round 4 of that fight. I remember now. That's right. So he didn't go 5. But anyway, RoboCop's my side on this. What are you guys thinking for this fight? Thank you.
Oh, he's not even on there. Oh shit!
How good did Jack Hermanson look at the weigh-ins? How good did he look? He looked amazing. He looked the best he's ever looked. And honestly, man, I've seen both of these guys fight, and I'm gonna tell you, this is an easy one. This is what separates the men from the boys right here. This is why, this is why I won Tapology, guys.
Oh my God!
Last week.
He wins Tapology 1 week, and he thinks he's the king of.
This is my
all knowledge.
Your fucking last 5.
This is my separate the men from the boys pick of the week. Okay. I got Jack Hermanson by KO, baby.
Oh man.
Jack Hermanson by KO. He is.
All right. Ron, do you want it or you want me to take it?
You want a t-shirt bet this?
I'll bet it, but I mean,
t-shirt bet it.
Yeah, but it's you guys always bring up the odds. You know what I mean? I know this.
I don't even know the odds. I don't even know who's favorite.
Look at that though, 6-pack.
Who's a huge underdog? What? I'll look at the odds right now.
Jack Hermanson's a huge underdog.
He's not huge. He's plus 185. That's not huge. It's not like plus 250 or nothing.
I'll tell you what. If I win, throw in a cheapy $9.99, made in Bangladesh hat, like some kind of UFC cheapie, and I'll do it. And then you got yourself a deal if you feel so confident. But I'm telling you, Rodriguez with an S has no chin.
What?
I mean, he could lose a fight like that. He'll be winning 2 rounds.
Did you see that fight with Chidi and Jaquani where you can see his skull? Where Chidi and Jaquani actually, you can see RoboCop's skull. You remember that fight? And he didn't quit, and he ended up winning. Did you remember that fight?
I mean, you're just proving my point because I've never seen Hermanson's skull. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but I'm saying Gregory Rodriguez still won that fight where he showed his skull. That was Chidi and Jaquani.
I'm not sure.
He came back and won by ground and pound too in that fight. By the way, anyway, Gregory Rodriguez minus 225.
You guys will thank me later. And you know what? I don't like it. I don't like Rodriguez
for not taking your bet.
Okay.
You'll thank me for not taking it, but I'm not going to take it. All right. Me and Dave are on RoboCop. Dave, you want to speak on why you're picking RoboCop, please?
No. How do you know? The fact that fucking Jack Hermanson is fucking ancient. I mean, Jack Hermanson has handicap fucking parking at this arena. It's fucking great. He's fucking old, geriatric motherfucker, born in 1988. Even G-Rod I thought was old. He's born in 1992. He's got 4 years on him, for fuck's sakes. Strike rate per minute, 5.09 versus 5.60. Advantage G-Rod. Strike absorbed, 3.69, 4.95. But we've seen G-Rod's fucking head. Doesn't matter. On the ground, 1.53 versus 2.31. Pretty much a wash for all the other ground game stuff. So a little advantage on G-Rod on the ground. I'm going a wash on the feet as far as that goes. This fight's going the distance. I do pick G-Rod here. The opponents. I mean, come on now. Look at his history of who he's been fighting here. He's fought Jerry Cannonier, Terraris, Bruno Ferreira, Chidi, Marquez, Armin. He's been here for fucking ever. I mean, talk about a gatekeeper of this fucking division, and he's only got 3 losses. I mean, it doesn't have that many losses. especially for who he is. As far as the age goes, G-Rod, the younger fighter, the bigger fighter, the more experienced fighter. I cannot pick against him in this fucking
Even
fight.
with the
Were the odds real quick? Let me go real
with
quick.
the underwear party.
He's the minus 225 versus plus 187. Jack Hermanson doesn't have a chance in here. I do think he's going to go over though. I've got G-Rod by decision.
But look at him in the white tighties. See that? Look at the side beef he's got going on. Look at the black guy's side beef.
G-Rod is too experienced to lose this fight. He's just too. He's too experienced to lose this fight. There's no way he's going to get knocked out. There's no way he's going to get subbed. He's going to dominate. He's going to be able to dominate for 3 rounds. Easy. Jack doesn't have a chance.
Cop is about 45.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway. All right. Let's move on because we got next fight is another good one. Good one. Next we have Peyton Talbott, 9-1. He was a hot prospect till he ran into his last fight that he lost.
Hany Barcelos.
Hany Barcelos. Till he ran into Hany Barcelos. Peyton Talbott was a hot prospect. Everybody was on him. Everybody was loving him. Bam, bam, bam. Hany Barcelos fraud checked. Okay, but he's taking out Felipe Lima, who is a sizable favorite here. Why? Because he's 14-1 on a nice streak. He just beat Miles Johns with unanimous decision. Before that, Muhammad Naimov submitted him. And prior to that, though, he was in some regional scene that I'm not familiar with. Let's open up Felipe Lima, the Jungle Boy, 14-1. Coming out of the All-Stars Training Center. That's odd, because isn't that in Sweden? Isn't that where Khamzat Chimaev is out of? But this guy's a Brazilian. We're have to check his Instagram. But anyway, let's see. Miles Johns, Muhammad Naimov. Prior to that, he was an Octagon with a K. Okay. Going against a 15-5 fighter. Not bad. He lost. Yeah, he got the belt in that fight. That was 2023. Before that, he's been fighting good, decent talent. And the only loss he has was his debut way back in 2015 when he was 0-0. That doesn't even really count. But he's going against Talbott, who everybody just forgot about. Everyone, because that loss to Barcelos, now everybody's like, oh, he's been fraud checked. He sucks. But you look at before that, right? Round 1, 19 seconds, Giannis Kamori. Before that, round 2, 21 seconds, knockout. Cameron Saman. Remember Cameron Saman? He's not bad. Not great, but he's not bad either. Prior to that, nothing really sticks out. But I'm going with the dog here.
Round 3 choke, which means he lasted 3 rounds and choked him out in round 3. That's a good win.
That is a good win too. Nick acquired. That's a UFC win too. There's Tracy Cortez's brother, Reyes Cortez. That's Tracy Cortez's little brother. That's Contender Series. Told you he was in like a pre thing. Remember? Yeah, I like Peyton Talbott here at plus money. The exact odds on this Peyton Talbott comes at plus 145 on DraftKings, and Felipe Lima is minus 175. But my pick is the underdog here. Talbott, what are you guys thinking on this fight?
You know what? You gotta decide if Talbott's gonna bounce back or if you kind of saw his gosh, it's hard to compare Lima and Barcelos, but I'm gonna go Lima. But to beat Naimov is coming off a lackluster, kind of robbery decision, and but the Miles Johns, he's a solid wrestler, solid veteran, and I'm not saying that Lima's the grappler Barcelos is, because Barcelos is like a Olympian or some kind of high level wrestler, and he shows that, and it's kind of what's kept him in the division, going strong at 49 years old. but I'm still gonna go with Lima, man. I'm gonna go with Lima. I want to pick Talbot. You know, he's exciting. He's like, you know, if it's just me and him alone in a room, it doesn't count. So that he's got that going for him. But as far as, you know, I'm gonna go with Lima. I'm gonna stick with my guns. You made me want to change my pick, Ranch, because you said everybody forgot about him. The way he knocked out hey. The way he knocked out Gamora. Daddy's trying to work here. I'm gonna go with Lima. I'm gonna definitely go with Lima.
Gerald Lynch saying that Romanov fight was no contest.
I know. I seen that. I didn't get paid for it. It kind of sucks. It kind of, you know.
I wonder if my parlay's still
alive. Bet365 says no contest either.
Shrink.
Yeah.
Shrink me.
All right.
But Dave. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lima. Cameron Simon, though, that fucking victory over Cameron Simon scares me. But I'm gonna say he's a fraud and Lima's the real deal. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Very close fight.
Huh. Okay. So what are you thinking, Dave?
I'm with you, man. I'm all over Talbot. Talbot. Well, 9-1. He's coming off of a loss. He's going to be avenging his loss. Felipe hasn't had his loss since his opening fucking fight. As far as the strikes go, 6.73 strikes landed per minute versus 3.50. Strike absorbed 3.75 versus 2.32. I just think the volume is going to be on Talbot all day long here on the feet. On the ground, he does have decent fucking takedown defense. He has decent ground game. He's shown that before. And he's got and he gets it up. I don't see Lima dominating him on the ground. I think Talbot's the bigger guy. He's 5'10 compared to 5'6. I don't see Lima fucking ragdolling this guy at any point in time. He just doesn't have – Talbot's got a good enough ground game for that. Takedown average 0.32 versus 1.71. I get it. Lima has the advantage, but it's the opponents. Besides, I mean, I'm not that impressed. Takedown defense, 75% for Talbot, which is what I'm going to fucking rely on. I think if this fight is on the feet, which I think, hey, every round starts on the feet. Talbot's going to be able to dominate on the feet for fucking 3 fucking rounds. I don't see Talbot finishing him. I don't see Lima finishing Talbot either. I do see this going the distance. Man, I'm on Talbot. I'm on Talbot.
Good. He's plus money too, right?
Yeah, easy plus money. I'm on Talbot. I like it.
Sweet. I like it too. You want to switch your pick, real fight picks?
I'm fading him on like all DraftKings lineups.
All right.
I'm telling you, I mean, first place last week, guys.
All right. I can't wait till you lose this week.
Me too. Wait, last week was the worst fucking card in the world. Bunch of fucking who the fuck? Bunch of nobody's fucking did whatever. All right.
When life hands you lemons, you know what I mean?
You know, the sun pass every once in a while, and the sun shone on you fucking last weekend.
All right.
Horrible card. And you got eight, you tied for first. You got 8 out of 12. You got 4 fucking wrong.
Dave, you're getting called out too, Dave, on your 33% takedown defense is good.
The
over 2. No, he does. I think Peyton Talbot, just in Dave's defense, when he does get taken down, he's got a quick get up game. So it's not. I mean, that doesn't really reflect. He might get taken down, but he pops right back up for the most part. He's got a good sprawl. You know what I mean? All right, moving on.
Oh, and by the way, why is Lima going down a weight class for this?
Is he?
Yeah, he's ranked number 35 fucking featherweight. This is a bantamweight fucking fight. Why is Lima going down a weight class to fucking fight?
How'd he look in the things again?
Did he look like he had a bad weight cut or anything? He looked okay, but he's dropping a weight class for this. Don't do that. Stay in your fucking weight class.
I like that UFC camouflage jersey my twin brothers got on. That's nice, isn't it? That's the next my next. If I'm an underdog better, and I bet one of you guys, that's what I want right there. The UFC jersey. See, look at that. He's got to unbutton, which is stupid. It looks like too big for him. But anyway, moving on. Next, we got Benil Dariush taking on Moicano, Renato Moicano. Both these guys coming off losses. Benil Dariush, he's coming off a loss to Armin Sarukian. Armin Sarukian's the backup if the fight falls out, the main event falls out. He's the backup fighter, by the way. He weighed in perfect, 155 pounds. Before that, he lost to Charles Oliveira, who was in the main event, okay? So not bad losses to have. Prior to that, he's been going through a bunch. He's been in this game for a while now. He's been going through a lot of big names, a lot of good wins here. Matus Gamrot, Tony Ferguson, Diego Ferreira, Scott Holtzman, Drakkar Cole. I can go on and on. Drew Dober, Thiago Moises, all the way. He's got a very good resume. Even goes way back. He started his pro career in 2009. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. 2009 he started. And it was in a regional promotion called Respect in the Cage. Awesome. But anyway, now he's taking on another pretty much veteran in the game, and Renato Moicano. Money Moicano, though, the thing is, he's kind of busy with he's got the media thing going on, with his YouTube channel. He's got a lot of outside the training camp crap going on. And if you look at, he's got a lot of big names on his resume as well. But recently, though, they're kind of been, I don't know, a little weird. Like the Benoit Saint Denis doctor stoppage with the eye injury, and Benoit Saint Denis has been shown as kind of overrated, right? Jalen Turner, he's good. Drew Dober, the chin, he had bad fight IQ in that fight. I think he tried to he was winning with the wrestling, then he tried to stand with the Moicano, and that's where he went wrong. Brad Rydell, isn't Brad Rydell cut? He is. Look, he lost to RDA, Javier Dos Anjos. I think he's cut. I don't know. I'm just saying this is a pretty close. I've been back and forth, but I think I'm going to go dog again. I'm thinking if Benil Dariush is dog plus money, I got to go with the dog or pass here in this situation, I think. And yeah, well, no, they're both minus money. They're minus 102 for Benil Dariush and minus 118 for Moicano. But I think I'll take a bet with the points on the spread. Benil Dariush plus 3.5 points, minus 180. That's solid. Because if he does lose, I don't think Moicano is going to finish him. I think it's going to go to decision, and he'll lose by decision. But that's just my theory. What are you guys thinking about this fight?
Man, this one's a tough one. I respect your decision there, but I want to say that fight that he beat Gamrot, that was pre-baby, pre-fatherhood. And ever since Benil Dariush became a father, is honest to God, dude, like that first camp when he was taking his family around everywhere, I was just like, bro, quit pretending to be happy, bro. Like, stop talking about it. Why do you even bring it up? You know what I mean? Talk about the fight. Like, obviously you're bringing it up because you're trying to convince yourself that you're the type of guy that needs to have his family with him every fucking second of the day. It was weighing on him, and he came out and he took a dump. You know what I mean? I'm sure, granted, it was Charles Oliveira. But, he could have lasted a lot longer against Charles Oliveira. I mean, Benil was like a ADCC whoop-de-woo, in the whole grappling zoo. So, to come out and lay an egg against Charles Oliveira for whatever reason, you know what I mean? And he almost lost to, what was that, Drakkar Close, and then got lucky. I still call that a fluke win.
Was it a close fight?
Well, I mean, yeah. And then, he was never going to win against Islam. So, oh, no, that was Rakhano, huh? Oh, no, was that? Who did he lose to? Armin. He lost to Armin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
he was never going to win that fight. So, there goes that one. Very impressive.
Look at Dave's algorithm. Look at the Coyote swimwear. That's Dave's algorithm.
Oh,
Look at
goodness.
that's what he searches.
I could pull that off.
That's why would that pop up on your ads?
That's crazy, bro.
They give you ads of what you look at. Look at them. Coyote swimwear collection. That's Dave's algorithm. That's guys. So you know,
some kind of production company.
Coyote swimwear. Yeah.
Entertainment.
Oh, and now I need copy paper.
Yeah.
But
mustache, copy paper, and underwear.
First time I've ever seen that ad.
All right. Anyway. So what are you settling on? Real fight.
Let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you why I'm picking Moicano. Because Gamrot doesn't have anything as far as in the way of striking for anybody. So he's not a threat to Mr. Gray Hair Benil.
Salt and pepper hair.
Yeah, Mr. Salt and Pepper. And I really do think that he's one of those Dariush overwhelmed by the whole family situation. I don't think he trains right anymore. And Moicano has more to offer on the feet than Gamrot. And so I think styles make fights. I'm going to say Moicano can take care of Dariush in this one. I think Dariush is on his way out. I don't see Dariush winning another fight.
Baby right there. Dariush's.
You see what I'm saying? There's another one, a third one. Oh, he's getting worse and worse with each one. So this is easy, guys. I'm going to probably place a bet on Moicano just because I know I have an insight on this. So give me a Renato. Yeah. Money, man. Beach coin, Moicano. Beach coin.
Okay. You got Moicano. Dave, what are you doing?
Okay. This is literally a fight of the gatekeepers. These guys are not going to be winning any fucking belts at any point in time. These guys are in their retirement. This is a gatekeeper fight. And let's be honest here, Beneil Dariush, I think he coaches his own gym. He's on his way out. He's not, unfortunately, he's smart. And he realizes that, hey, being a pro fighter for the rest of my fucking life after 35 years old, 36, 37 years old is probably not a good idea. I've got a coaching gig. I've got 3 kids. I'm fucking been in the UFC. I have done my fucking time in the UFC. I will not be a gatekeeper and get my fucking ass handed to me for the next fucking 10 years or for the next 5 years until I just fade into whatever it is. I do see some gloves being put down in the cage tomorrow night. I think Beneil Dariush is done. I think he is, if I'm not mistaken, he's done on his contract. I'll have to double check that, but I believe this is the last fight on his contract, and he is done, out of here, out of the UFC. Will be a coach, running a gym, being a dad for his kids, doing that kind of stuff, promoting different products. His name is big enough that he can carry himself for the next little bit to be able to retire and provide for his family. Renato, still a fucking monster, still in the game. Still,
and you know what? Coincidentally, Renato just opened his own gym, by the way. Just so you know.
But the whole point is, Renato is the up and coming thing right now. He's got his own gym started. He's got his own YouTube channel. He's got his own multimedia. He is fucking putting it out there. We've got one guy on the rise and one guy on the decline. We can go over some stats if you want to real quick. Beneil Dariush 3.78 strike length per minute versus 4.36 advantage. Renato defense to Daniil because he does fucking put that turtle on. He fucking buries himself, which I fucking hate. Against Renato's 3.55 on the ground, pretty much a wash. 1.90 versus 1.82, 8% versus 71%. A little bit of better takedown accuracy, but I'm not going to fucking say anything on those. I'm just saying his last loss against Makhachev. Really? You were expecting him to beat fucking Makhachev? No, you weren't. This is a bounce back fucking for Renato all day long. He is the new gatekeeper. Unfortunately, Beneil is on his way out at the UFC. It would not surprise me if his gloves were in the ring tomorrow night.
I can't tell who's winning this Antonio Carlos Jr. fight and this Simeon Powell fight. It's going back and forth. The first round was Antonio for sure. And then the second round, Antonio was super tired and he was like trying not to get knocked out, but then started coming back at the end of the second round. So you can maybe say it's 1-1, but I don't know. And this round 3, Antonio Carlos is holding him up against the cage, and that's about it.
Let's go, Simeon Powell. Or
Come on.
yeah,
We got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left here for Powell to do some shit.
Moving on. Next, we have the feature fight of this card, this pay-per-view card. We have Brandon Raw Dog Royval taking on Joshua Van. This is going to be another fantastic fight that could go either way, flip a coin. But we're going to break it down for you guys anyway. So we got the up-and-coming prospect Joshua Van, 14-2. I think he's is he the underdog here? What's the odds? I don't even know. I didn't look.
Fuck up. Joshua Van is taking this fight on short notice. Brandon Royval is fucking phenomenal. Like, you guys don't get this. Brandon Royval is a plus 100.
I don't get.
He's fucking plus 100. Fucking Royval is the dog against Joshua Van. I realize
even money.
But come on now.
Even money then. Is it even money? Let's
plus
see.
100 and 125.
Slight favorite Van.
I'm
DraftKings.
Royval. I wish I got him at plus 200 when he fucking came out. Van, short notice, hasn't been training. Royval. We'll go over his stats later on. Anyway, I didn't mean to cut you guys off. Who do you want to start off first? Van?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're doing. Open it up. You started it. Finish.
All right, Joshua Van, 14-2, coming off a win against Bruno Silva and Ray Tsutsura. Granted, decent fighters. Knocked out Silva, and Silva. Let's be honest, on his way out, has lost his last 2 fights, so not that impressive of a win for that one. Ray Tsutsura, I think he was fraud checked before that. He'd only beat Carlos Fernandez and then a bunch of nobodies. So I think Joshua Van kind of fraud checked this kid. Before that, beat Cody Durden. Cody Durden was on his way out. Edgar Charas, not too impressed with that one. He lost to fucking Charles Johnson, who was not that good back in the day. So that's his last couple of years of fighting. You go over Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval, 17-7. Fucking the experience on this motherfucker is insane. Beat Brandon Moreno, which is fucking awesome. Lost against Alexander Pantoja. We'll talk about him later on because he's on the card later on. He's fucking phenomenal. Mateus Nicolau beat him. Matt Schnell beat him. Rodrigo lost against Andrew Pantoja again. Brandon Moreno. Like, he's lost against fucking 2 guys, Pantoja and Moreno, and he beat the fucking Moreno last time. If not, we're looking at 2018 before his other losses. This guy's fucking phenomenal. He is not only going to be a gatekeeper, I think he still has a chance to make a run for the fucking belt. Joshua Van, up-and-comer, I get it. Really bad fucking call to take this on short notice. You should not have taken this on short notice. This motherfucker's got a full camp. Royval on a full camp. I'm on him all day long. I'll wait for the stats. All yours, guys.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Range.
I heard Brandon Royval had a concussion in his last fight, and that's why he's been not as active as Van. He hasn't fought since October of 24, so he hasn't fought in almost a year. And I heard it's because his last fight, he did get a concussion, and he's been speaking about it a lot. And I don't follow him on X or anything, but this is one of the cappers said. I forgot who it was, but I heard it today. And yeah, Brandon Royval did have like a head injury, like not injury, but he had something going on, concussion or something, because he was supposed to see those Manel Cop cancellations. They were because he was supposed to fight Manel Cop, and that's what, even today, like even tomorrow, that's why Josh Van came in at short notice. He's taking the spot of Manel Cape, whatever. But Manel Cape was supposed to fight back in March, and then again, back in March, it was canceled because Brandon Royval had some sort of head thing going on, a head concussion, something messed up with his head. So that puts up a big red flag for me. Josh Van, coming in. He's what is he? 23 years old. Of course, he's gonna come in short notice. Would you not? How can you? You're not gonna say no to any fight when you're 23. He'll fight every week if he could. So, and look at the people he's beaten. Bruno Silva, Ray Saruria, that's that fantastic Japanese wrestler, that like undefeated wrestler. Cody Durden, he's a wrestler he won Georgia State high school wrestling champion 2 years in a row. Edgar Chavez, everything
since Cody Durden was done. Look at it. Look at Cody Durden's record. You all go deep down.
Who cares? I'm saying he got served and he did right. The Charles Johnson is the only loss. Uppercut in 20 seconds of round 3. And I know Charles Johnson is not the best in the world, but still, he's not the worst in the world either. So it's not a horrible loss to have. I'm going with the short notice, up and coming Joshua Van. I know he's a slight favorite, but I think, I think the tide is turning his way. And Raw Dog, fuck the Law Dog, Brandon Royval. I think his best days are behind him. He's still good, and he can beat majority of the weight class. But I'm gonna go with Josh Van here. I think Josh Van's the next hype, the next new thing. So, yeah, that's my take. Real fight picks on you now.
Yeah. This fight I was pretty torn. Let me give you like my pros, my cons. Joshua Van, I like excellent boxing. Super, super great boxing. Is it something that Brandon Royval hasn't seen before? Maybe. The reason he lost the Charles Johnson fight, he was winning. He won for round 1, round 2, but he gassed himself out to where he got caught in round 3. He couldn't make the pivot. He couldn't get out of the way of the shot fast enough. It was kind of fluky, but he was fatigued. And that's like at least 30% of the reason he got caught against Charles Johnson. Joshua Van just fought recently, so he's making his like second weight cut. Not that should bug him. It didn't bug that one guy from Sweden with all the Nazi tattoos. He came back right the next week and made the weight cut and fought. But Joshua Van fought.
Yeah.
So June 7th. And so what are we at? 3 weeks later?
That's right. He's 23. They're fresh. They like I said, they'll fight every week if they could at that age.
Okay. I mean, Royval has that, that random snatch your neck up.
Random head concussion.
He's a dog, bro.
The raw dog. He's a raw dog. Get it right.
I'm gonna go with Brandon. That's plus money opportunity. I'm gonna go with Brandon. If you guys want to do a t-shirt to sweatshirt bet or long sleeve bet,
what would you do that? They're even odds. That's ridiculous. We'll do a sweatshirt t-shirt bet. You got he's mine. Brandon Royval's a plus 100.
Okay,
plus 100.
I'll do it. T-shirt bet.
T-shirt bet. Okay.
Who wants it?
I'll take it. Dave's on your side, I think.
I'm on Royval.
Yeah, so I'll take your t-shirt bet. You're going to regret because Van's the best it's ever been.
I swear I thought Dave broke it down for Van all day long. I thought he said the up-and-comer. Was that you or him?
That was me said that. Pay attention. David's all over Royval. The Broy toy.
Up-and-comer. Let me go over my stats real quick.
I'll take your bet.
Brandon Royval. Strike time rate 4.46 versus 8.20. Huge advantage for Van here. Strike absorbed 3.06, 5.26. Van takes a few shots. I get it. On the ground, 0.75 versus 0.96. Advantage Van. But I'll tell you a little bit of stats on this thing. Joshua Van got taken down by Civil once. Got taken down by Ray Tessera 4 times. Got taken down by Cody Durden twice. Took down Eddie Charas, but that was like a long time ago. So his ground game, he gets taken down a lot.
He still wins. Still winning, though.
Same thing with Brandon Royval. Satoru Taira took him down 6 times. He won. Moreno took him down 3 times. He won. Pantoja, 8 times, dominated that. I get it. If not, even Rodrigo Borchev took him down 8 times. He still won that split decision. I don't care about the takedowns as far as this is concerned. I'm going with the experience and the factor and the fact that the fucking Brandon Royval has fought a way better repertoire, has way more experience. Van's on short notice. I get it. He's 23. He's young. He's naive. He's coming into a fight where, you know what? When he loses this, he can say, oh, I took this fight on short notice. That's why I lost. Good place for a rematch as well, where Van will win the rematch. But right now, I got Royval 100%. And I like the plus 100. I got him in parlays, and I've got him in, he's in there.
So Van's been training with Daniel Pineda, according to Instagram. I'm looking at. Brandon Royval has been training with. Okay. Here's nobody that I know.
The thing about Royval is like he's gonna come and put it on Van because Royval has cardio. Royval's not gonna gas out, and I swear I've seen Van slow down. Now he might do enough to steal the first 2 rounds, but I gotta say if round 3 is going. Is going to happen. If round 3 starts, Royval wins that. You know, it's going to be pretty close. Probably be a split decision.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. Either way, we got a T-shirt bet. I wrote it down. So, I like it.
He subs him in the 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Royval subs him in the 3rd.
Nope. All right. Moving on. Co-main event. We got the Cannibal. Alexander Pantoja, the champ, taking on KKF, Kai Kara-France, who I didn't even know Kai Kara-France was Maori. I did not know that. He doesn't look it, but I guess that blood runs through him, so he says, according to his, the UFC, what's the countdown or whatever, the pay-per-view countdown thing. Yeah, he was like, oh, it's in my blood, and he does the whole pulling off the mask with his tongue out thing going on that, you'll see it in the face-offs. He does it. It's kind of menacing, but then you look at him, it's like Kai Kara-France, you're 125 pounds. Who you menacing? I guess you're menacing Alexander the Cannibal Pantoja. So I think even the nickname Cannibal, that's menacing. But show the face-offs because it's pretty cool. It's pretty the whole where the Kai Kara-France does, and he's doing like the whole Maori, like the whole the dance with the what I'm talking about, like the Islanders do. Yeah, he does that crap in the the UFC countdown show, and it's fantastic. I watched it last week because they had the promotion last week during the Baku fights. And what's with the white framed sunglasses? Because somebody, Pantoja wears them too. I don't get it. Let's go. I'm an Aborigine or Maori. I'm Maori. Don't look it, but I am. Believe you have to take my word for it. I'm the whitest Maori they ever seen. And here comes Pantoja. See, he got were they free or something? The white framed glasses. They all got. Are they UFC glasses?
Probably. Everything they wear a promo shit.
They're like UFC Ray-Bans or something. Oh, look at he's pulling back his face. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. He's still gonna lose though. I got Pantoja. I think Pantoja's gonna. It's cringy, but it's awesome at the same time. I love it. Look at how far his tongue goes out. That's crazy. Anyway, I think I'm on the side of Pantoja. I think Still flyweight champ but that's just me. Kai Kara-France, he's good, but he's not. Double digit losses on the boy, looking like an idiot right there. Now it went from cool to cringy and annoying. Now it's just like knock it off with that. Go play the whole thing back. I didn't see the little the rock back, like the intensity.
It lasted a while. It lasted longer than it should have.
He turned up the intensity on this craziness.
It did last a lot longer than it should have.
Oh, it's awesome. Awesome. I can't. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. Look at Brooklyn Wren. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. And there it is. Oh.
I think Pantoja would have walked in further, but he doesn't want to get licked.
I know. Who's he eating? Oh, okay. Let's get. I missed some. Okay, Van wins. He might get the next title shot. Yes, sir. Simple man. I agree. Okay, ball better. What's up? Van Myanmar fight. Yeah. And who's he eating? And look at how tough he looks right there. He's in all seriousness, but Pantoja's not even phased. He's like, whatever, I'll kick Kai Kara's ass, just like I did Kai Asakara. He's like, Kai Asakara, Kai Kara, it don't matter. If your name's Kai, your ass is kicked. So anyway, I'm taking Pantoja. Yeah, give me a reason why not to, and maybe I'll consider. No, I won't even. Kai Kara France is not winning, so you guys can give your best, defense on why you should take Kai Kara France, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Even Gerald, live, he's a value bet, maybe, but you can get him at plus 5.5 points. That might be a play, but still, I'm taking Pantoja money line. What do you guys think?
Oh man, I think Pantoja is just overrated, overhyped.
What?
Dave. Let the winner of our league have a moment and have his time speak.
He says, I can't wait. This shit goes on for a week. You gotta hold.
That's it.
Even chat after we won
in
our chat that said if you don't kick ass next week in this card, you guys shouldn't even have a show anymore. He's saying shit like that because he got first place the first time in Tapology.
That's a new thing that's going to happen from now on.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, go ahead.
So, are you kidding me, guys? I mean, honestly, I was thinking about it, and I was joking. Okay, Pantoja always gasses in the first round, but he lasts the same the whole fight. So Pantoja doesn't get enough credit because he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He might be the GOAT. He might be the GOAT. He called out Demetrius Johnson, I think, and I don't think that he's going to come back. I don't even think UFC would bring him back. So Pantoja is going to kick Kai Kara France's butt all the way from Sao Paulo, Brazil to Hamilton, New Zealand. Easy. I mean, it's kind of easy money. And he's playable. He's playable. And he's not a main event. And I think we're all going to agree. So he's definitely going to be an anchor this week.
So you're on the side. Okay, I thought for a second you're going to take, because you're saying you opened up with that whole thing with Pantoja's overrated.
Yeah. I just wanted to be able to actually bring in the next line, which is like, let the champion of our league, speak his piece, which I got to do that.
Okay, stats real quick. Pantoja, strike line per minute, 4.41 versus 4.56. Pretty much a wash as far as I'm concerned. Strike with Jordan, 3.92 versus 3.22. Maybe a slight advantage to Kai. On the ground, though, there is no fucking comparison. 2.74 versus 0.61. Takedown accuracy, 47 to 33. Takedown defense, 68 to 88. All right, he might have 88% takedown defense, but Pantoja is going to have him locked on the ground, going to be able to dominate him. I don't think Kai France is going to get finished. I don't think he's going to get subbed. I don't think he's going to get fucking knocked out. I think he is way better than that. But I think Pantoja is going to win this by decision, dominating 3 rounds. 29. Oh, man. 29, 28, 29, 28, 29, 28.
Shout out to MMA Tubby, though, because I'm with you on the whole Jack Hermanson thing.
Yeah, I wish MMA Tubby was here 15 minutes ago when we were talking about it, but
Yeah, and you know what though? And shout out to Simple Man. Simple Man, let me tell you this: Kai Kara France is dangerous, but honestly, he's gonna be deer in the headlights because he also gasses his pop in his strikes. He's not good after round one. He really falls off a cliff because that's all he got, and so he puts everything to every strike. So I don't know if you've ever done karate, but they would teach you to strike first, but we didn't really practice combinations. And I'm sure Kai Kara France practices combinations, but you're meant to strike first and hopefully it knocks him out. And that's Kai Kara France right there. He's got to strike first. He's got to hope he knocks him out. And, Pantoja's the GOAT. That game is not going to work on the GOAT. Hey, Kiwi Brew is the smartest guy in the chat.
Oh boy,
he always has been.
Ever since Crystal quit.
Crystal's there.
I know he's there, and
he's somewhere. He's here.
I know he's.
By the way, thanks for the Simeon Powell call. Whoever fucking called that one, he fucking lost.
Did he?
Hey, I mean, they can't get them all. What's Jeffrey's doing here? He's being held up against the cage. It looks like
he's up because the cash outside of my back.
Parlay anyway. Simeon Powell. Knew I should just whatever. All right.
Ooh, Jeffrey's.
Finally, you guys ready? Oh, Dave, who's your pick?
I'm on Pantoja.
All right, we're all there. And what are the final odds on DraftKings?
He is in minus
238, and Kai Kara France comes back at plus 195. Yeah, Pantoja, and that's playable on a parlay. Finally, we got the main event. What everybody's been waiting for. Ilia Topuria taking on Du Bronx. Charles Oliveira.
Badass shirt.
Yeah, I got this I won this off Johnny K Picks. T-shirt bet. Yep. Anyway. No, did I get it from you? Real Fight Picks?
Yeah, well, I thought you were making a joke and waiting for me to get mad.
That's right. I got it from you.
Yeah.
I lost a Du Bronx. I lost a Charles Oliveira bet, a T-shirt bet to Johnny K Picks. That's what it was. Yes. Anyway, Charles Oliveira, double-digit losses. You don't like to see that. 35-10, taking on undefeated Ilia Topuria, 16-0. Ilia Topuria is trying to be. He wants to get a belt in 3 weight classes, but he's got to get this one at lightweight before he moves on to welterweight, which he was talking about that on media day too. I'm like, you're just way ahead of yourself, bud, way ahead. But he should be able to go through Charles Oliveira only because Charles Oliveira's his best days are behind him. He's still got it in him, and I'm not counting him completely out, but I think Ilia Topuria will be able to do what he wants here. And Charles, in his later years, his later stage of his career, he's been chinny. I think he's been knocked down. Even in his wins, he's been knocked down almost. I don't know the UFC stats like that Dave brings up. I think he's been knocked down almost 4 out of his last 5 fights, even in the wins. So you can't trust especially against Ilia Topuria. You can't trust That's why I love Charles Oliveira, but I just can't bet him here. I got to take Ilia Topuria. I can't see. I wish I could find a spot. You know what? Charles Oliveira does snatch up quick submissions, so there's a chance he might be able to catch Topuria's on the ground in a submission. But Topuria, even though you haven't seen it, he's also a black belt too. So man, I don't know. I want to go for Charles Du Bronx, but my head and everything says take Ilia Topuria. He's going to win. So if you guys give me a good argument of why I should take Charles Oliveira, I'll jump on it. I'm waiting for somebody to give me a reason why. So
yeah. So let me paint you a picture real quick. So was it Jai Herbert? Ilia Topuria goes up a weight. This is not his first time, his first rodeo, right? At 155. And he fights a tall guy. Oh, there's my man. What's his question? I love this guy. It's my best friend. What did my best friend say?
He was your best friend until you called him your best friend.
He's my best friend.
Right.
My hetero life mate. What's he saying?
Over under 1.5 main event, which is 7.5 minutes into a fight. What would you take? I don't know.
For this fight?
I think the over.
I can't trust Charles though. You know what I mean? I just don't play that. I don't play that game with this fight because Ilya shut it down with 1 second left, 7 minutes and whatever it is, 29 seconds, and you lose your bet. I wouldn't mess with it here. Look, there's Jai Herbert right there. A little shorter than Jai Herbert. I'm sure he's ready, but man, is he worn down. You know what I mean? I don't care. I feel like he's already lost the step, Mr. Oliveira has. And he's such a fan favorite. He's so classy, probably the classiest guy in the UFC. He always goes out and makes out with the other coaches from the other teams. And, you know, that's really good sportsmanship. But I'm going to go with obviously I'm going to go with Topuria, but he did get kicked and knocked down by Jai Herbert. And the thing that Jai Herbert can't do, that Oliveira can do if that happens, is jump on him and guillotine him or jump on him and put him in some kind of submission.
Yeah. I heard a stat that Charles Oliveira's got the most submission finishes in the UFC.
That's the thing, you know.
That's true, right?
Yeah, but, you know, like I said, if this fight was maybe 5 years ago, I would totally pick Charles, maybe 2 years ago. But Charles is old, you know what I mean? He's done. He's 45 in 5 years, you know what I mean? And, you know, the odds say so. It's too bad it's not closer, especially for a main event. This kind of fight, it sucks, you know what I mean? Like, I almost would rather see, like, Justin Gaethje, even though Justin Gaethje lost to Max Holloway. It's too bad he didn't win that fight because I think we would be seeing that here if he had won against Max Holloway. So
well, on media day, they asked Ilya Topuria about who should oh man, who was it?
Paddy Pimblett. He says
who's the Paddy Pimblett fight to get
That's
to
a
you?
Great idea. Great
and
idea.
He said Justin Gaethje. He said
yes.
he was the easiest stepping stone to get to me for Paddy Pimblett would be to fight Justin Gaethje.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, that's a good matchmaking right there, Ilya.
Yeah, and it's too bad, you know, we couldn't just get, you know, Armin Sarukian, but you couldn't trust him to be, unless you had Charles as the backup fighter. Maybe that's what they should have did, I feel like. But you can't disrespect Charles, and you can't reward Armin for, like, missing weight. Right. So I just would really like to see Armin fight Topuria instead of Charles.
Hear me out, though. Listen to this. Charles Oliveira plus 5.5 points on the spread, plus 240.
But he's gonna get knocked out, Range, is the problem.
I know. But man, if he managed to plus 240, plus 5.5 points, that's
stop looking at the odds. Look at the stats.
I know. All right, show me the stats, Dave.
All right, strike land per minute 4.69 versus 3.40. Strike absorbed 3.84 versus 3.21. Advantage Ilya on the feet. I'm sorry, Charles. And Charles, I was there at the fucking UFC when you fucking beat Beneil Dariush. I was there. I was cheering. I was a huge fan. I bet on you for that fucking night. I made some great fucking money. I got my picture with Dana White that fucking night. It was awesome. We'll never forget.
The builder guy. What's his name?
Let's not even talk about Blake Builder. We'll talk about Blake Builder.
Did you give him a handy job? Blake Builder. Oh, you're the best, Blake. You're the best.
Round.
Even though you lost, I still love you.
2.02 versus 2.25. Pretty much a wash on the fucking ground. The whole thing is takedown defense, 92%. That's insane. 90% takedown defense. And look at Ilya's repertoire of his last wins. Max Holloway, Volkanovski, Emmett, Mitchell, Herbert. I'm sorry. I don't see Ilya losing any point in time. I'm the biggest Charles Oliveira fan you'll ever meet.
Go back down. I want to see Charles' last fights.
Chandler, which was okay. He's on a win-loss.
I know. Lost to Sarukian and
win. He's up for a loss right now.
But those losses are against top-rated Sarukian and Makhachev. I mean, you can't,
Yeah, but guess what? Ilya Topuria is that level.
I know.
He's the level of the Makhachevs and the Tazurk. I think he's better than fucking Tazurk.
I just don't think
Chandler's washed up and just looking for a paycheck. I'm sorry. I've got Ilya. I cannot see it any other way. I tried to bet for Charles in any way, shape, or form. I just don't see it.
You can pick some of the opposition highlights in those Ilya Topuria, like a Black Country Banger there. Didn't he get knocked down or something against Jai Herbert? Ilya Topuria, didn't he? I do believe he did. He ended up winning, but I think he either got knocked down or rocked or something in that fight.
Kicked in the head.
He got down once. He got knocked down once, but still knocked him out in the second round.
And what about Josh Emmett? Did Josh Emmett knock him down at all?
Josh Emmett, no. Josh Emmett was a punching bag. 150 strikes versus 87. Got knocked down once, got taken down 3 times. It was a unanimous decision, just ragdolled for three rounds.
All right. Is there any other flaws in there? Like any other?
I'm trying to. He took down Matt Holloway twice. Knocked him down.
Holloway was winning before he got getting KO. Yep.
Dude, I got nothing. Even like Zalal, Jackson, Hall. My guy.
Holloway was winning before he got knocked out. But you know what? His first person knockout Holloway too. that's saying something. Slipped against Emmett. I do remember that. But I remember. Okay, Ilya struggles with kicks, calf kicks, obliques.
152.
Oh, you know what else he said in media day? Somebody asked him, "How come you never kick to the body or the head?" He's like, "It's never been my game plan." So he doesn't. You don't have to. Ilya Topuria does have he has holes. You can if you're. I don't know. I'm just saying there's a chance that Charles Oliveira can shit in everybody's parlays. I'm not putting Ilya in a parlay. I'll tell you that. But he could. Charles Oliveira could take a dump in everybody's parlays and be the bookie trap. Everybody's on Ilya. Who's picking Charles Oliveira? Do you know anybody? No, nada. No. So that could be a trap. I'm just saying, if the bookies want to lock in a win, let's give Charles Oliveira a robbery, or let's let him grab a throat or something. It's just too weird.
I want to say
the Romanov fight.
Shout out to Useless, guys. He's an amazing guy. His show's actually really legit, really good. You put it on, and he goes by himself, and he goes and he carries his own show for like 2 hours, so you can go and walk the dog, come back, and you can still pick up where you left off or whatever. It's a good listen. So if you want to I can't sign in and chat. So Useless, if you want to pin your channel in the chat, send people.
I subscribed to him last week.
Right on, yeah. Let's support him, and then Useless. He gave us another shout out, even though I didn't tell you guys. He gave us a good shout out, and a bunch of people were telling me congratulations on my picks last week, and it was a great time. So,
did somebody ever t-shirt bet Mythical Owl? Didn't he tried last week to t-shirt bet somebody? I don't know. Anyway,
what was it? Who was it? Was it who got the robbery?
Dave. Didn't you t-shirt bet him last week, Dave? Somebody?
I don't know. Much?
We have to go back and watch the tape.
I can't. Anyway. Awesome. Thank you, Useless. All right, so now let's come up with everybody's on Ilya Topuria, right? Let's come up with our final 3-leg parlay for this event. We had a parade for RFP in Sydney because he won Tapology. That's the line of the night right there, Kiwi.
All I can say is it's about time.
Night.
Yeah. I've been pumping up Australia, you know what I mean? I've been there, spent time there, and saw the Opera House and bought a $15 cappuccino, so about time.
All right. Back from the beginning, we're gonna all the ones we have the same agreement, and they're too chalky. Denise, we're all on him, but he's minus 470. Can't do that. Jacoby Smith, of course, we're all on him, minus 2,000. Can't do that. Now, we're all on Terrence McKinney. He's minus 155. That might be a play. Okay. We don't use girl fights, and we're split anyway because Real Fight Picks is taking Vivi, and Dave and I are on Tracy Cortez. We're all on Hyder Amil at plus money. Plus money junkies will like the plus 120 on Hyder Amil. Put a star by that one. Then we are split because Real Fight Picks is on Jack Hermanson. Me and Dave are on Gregory Rodriguez, but he's not alone on Jack Hermanson.
Nope.
Because somebody else up here is all about Jack Hermanson. MMA Tubby. That's who it is.
Yeah, Emery Tubby's on Jack.
MMA Tubby's loving Jack Hermanson almost as much as Dave likes Blake Builder. Almost. Then we are split on Peyton Talbott because Real Fight Picks to take a Felipe Lima. But me and Dave are on
Separate
Peyton Talbott.
Boys.
That one. Okay. We're split on Beneil Dariush. I'm taking Beneil Dariush. You guys are both on Money Moicano. Dave or Real Fight Picks and I have a T-shirt bet. I'm taking Josh Van. Dave and Real Fight Picks are taking Royval.
Yeah.
We're all on Cannibal Alexander Pantoja minus 138. So apparently that's our three picks, but
that's it.
We're all on Ilya too. So our three fight parlay consensus for this pay-per-view is, I'm gonna put it in the DraftKings as I say it. We've got
Thank God I switched my pick.
Terrence McKinney at minus 155. We have Hyder Amil plus 120, and finally Alexander Pantoja, the Cannibal, at minus 238. So a three-pick parlay on DraftKings pays plus 414. Place that bet.
That 365 wins plus 427.
Sweet. So on my shit, $20 bet, I'm bringing back $100. On Dave's, it'll bring you back 100 and change. So
I just put 25 for 137.
And I'm going to post it now. Here's our plus money junkie parlay. Plus money junkies in the house. Keep that up there for right now. Okay, so three-pick plus money or plus.
You know what? I think he's being sarcastic, but they should have. But they will get another opportunity.
You guys are horrible. All right, so that's the consensus three-fight parlay. I got McKinney plus minus 170, Amil plus 130, Pantoja minus 225. My three-leg parlay is at plus 427. $25 brings you back 137.
Here it is. McKinney, Amil, Pantoja. Well, you got better odds than me, plus 427, but plus 414. That's still right around the same thing. How much did you put on it, Dave? $25, when you're 137. Sweet.
Nice.
And you guys want to do any niche parlays while we're here? I was thinking about doing the Brazilian parlay. Oliveira, Pantoja, Moicano. That's a lot. There's a lot of Brazilians. We could do a big Brazilian parlay. We don't even got to play them all. We got Denise, okay? Vivi Araujo, Gregory Rodriguez, Felipe Lima, Money Moicano, Oliveira, Pantoja. 8 Brazilians. We can pick 4 of them, our favorite 4, and do a Brazilian parlay if you want.
Well, definitely not Oliveira.
No.
Definitely not Oliveira.
By the way, Everybody screenshot this as my dog parlay for the fight. 3 dogs: Amil, Talbott, and Royval.
Ooh, that's a nice one too. I like all 3 of them. I think Royval might lose to Josh Van, but he might win too. That's a good one.
Amil, Talbott, Royval, your 3-dog parlay. Fuck, almost like, okay, 2 out of 3 dogs. I'm gonna put 2 out of 3 for like what? $10? $15?
I'm gonna do
$15. Ooh, no, not 115. $15. There we go. 2 out of 3 leg parlay for $15. Pays off $45 bet, pays off $230.
all right. I'm gonna do an all Brazilian parlay. I got Renato Denise minus 3.5 points, meaning he's got to win a unanimous or finish. I'm not putting Vivi in there. Sorry. I will put G-Rod in there. Gregory Rodriguez at money line minus 225. Felipe Lima, who I'm not picking. I got Peyton Talbot, but I'll put him in this parlay because he's Brazilian. Renato Moicano, who I'm not picking, but I'll put him in here. And finally, Pantoja. So that's what do you got? 5 Brazilian parlay. 5 Brazilians all together plus 708.
I got 704.
And that's without Vivi and somebody else that I don't like either. But this is the all Brazil parlay. Put this one in there. Copy.
Denise is pretty playable. I didn't know he was. Oh, you got minus. Okay, that's a good way. You got the spread. That's a good way to do it. There you go. That's using your.
Yep.
I like that because he's gonna knock him out. If you guys want to bet the method of victory, that might work too. What is that actually? I'm gonna look up the method of what the knockout pays out for Denise. Let's see. Denise by KO pays out. Oh, minus 168. Wow. That's gross.
So there it is. Denise minus 3.5. G-Rod, Lima, Moicano, Pantoja.
I'd rather do Hines by decision plus a 130. I mean, plus 1,000. 1,300.
For what? For who?
Hines by decision.
Get out of here with that bullshit. Anyway, all right, guys. Anything else you want to discuss while we're still here, or are we going to wrap it up?
Who you got tomorrow? Jake Paul and
and why is Joe Rogan ducking the liver king?
He's ducking him, bro. He's so pussy, bro. And he like gave a statement to the police. Like,
I know he got him picked up, got him arrested and everything. Just fight him.
Yeah.
I mean Liver King, really, he said, he goes, I don't know jujitsu, I don't know anything, but I know I can kick your ass.
Yeah.
And I'll die trying or some shit like that. I don't know. It's crazy. I love it.
Me too.
All right.
Every chat I go into at calling Joe Rogan a duck, and we'll see how long it lasts. Though it's some bullshit. Liver King is not a big enough A-list celebrity to like stay.
I know it's all me. It's a ploy anyway. He's just doing this just get get back into the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
After they realize he's a liar, he eats steroids, not livers. That's all shit. You can't that carnivore liver, like raw meat and liver and shit. That you get too much iron. It's not good for you. You can't.
I tried to eat liver once, and
Mythical Owl's got a parlay to put in. Van Ilya, under 1.5 on Nico Price and Jake Paul
to beat Chavez. Chavez Jr. is such a fucking disappointment. He started out so good too. He was like, fathering, fighting guys, and boring.
Yeah, whoever hasn't yet, join Tapology Group 926 Murderers Row. Then you can usurp Real Fight Picks as the champ, the co-champ. He's sharing that title too. It's half a crown. He's not solo by himself winning. Yep.
Yeah. I just
Yep.
keeps me humble, you know, sharing first place with somebody else.
We're never gonna fucking live this down.
Not until tomorrow after I win. But anyway.
Second time, you know. Recently.
Okay, you ride this wave for as long as you can because you got about fucking 24 hours left. So fucking ride around.
No, it's all about the detail. You know what I mean? When we get out of this stream, you guys go to bed. You know, play with your balls a little bit. You know, have a beer, whatever. This guy,
you watch tape
on Tapology and starts tweaking with it.
You watch
changing things from decision to sub, second round. You know, that's
I got to put my Tapology picks up too. I'm gonna do a
staying in the gym, guys. Okay, everybody goes home. I'm working on my craft.
Perfect. All that.
You'll see it tomorrow. You'll see it. You'll be like, God damn it, you know.
All right,
and then you'll start going against your own picks just to lose.
Right. I just want to confirm our T-shirt bet. You got Brandon Royval. I got Joshua Van. Straight up T-shirts, and me and you are even. Dave, I still owe you one T-shirt because I earned one back last week. So that's where that is. And
I owe you a hat, Dave, but I earned a T-shirt back because I won our Tapology League last week.
I guess so. Yeah, all right. You guys both owe me, but I guess I'll fucking put up for you, motherfucker. All right,
guys.
Hey, Dave. No Australian basketball tonight. Let's rest it up.
Dave's money on the Australian basketball.
Dude, you're texting me like the screenshot of your TV, you're smiling, like watching women's Australian
basketball. Dave wins.
That's amazing. Kiwi, bro. Look at Dave. Watches more Australian women's sports than you.
I made back my UFC money with Aussie women's basketball. It was great. Live betting.
Amazing.
Sad. All right, guys, have a good night. Thanks a lot for joining. All the new members, fucking join up, fucking like. We're here every Friday night. We haven't missed in fucking year. Come join us every Friday night.
Yeah, every Friday night there's an event. We're on. So come join us. Best of luck tomorrow, everybody. And the regular time, T-Mobile Arena tomorrow. So it's not like an early start. It's a regular 6 o'clock or 6:30 Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern. For you guys, 3 o'clock, delightful. But for me, I got to stay up late. So, all right. Best of luck. And I'll see you guys next week. Yeah. No, next week there's no fights. July 4th. July 4th. Enjoy the fireworks. I'll see you the week after.
All right, guys. See you guys in 2 weeks.
All right. Good night. Later.